Good morning or good day everyone. So we are going to continue our discussion sa topic sa CDI 6, fire protection and arson investigation. So proceed na tayo dito sa breathing apparatus. Sabi dyan, it was being defined as a device that provide the user with an additional supply of air or breathing protection. A self-contained breathing apparatus or yung SCBA sometimes. Ito, highlight natin kapag sinabi natin, remember, pag sinabing breathing apparatus, it refers to a device na tumutulong sa mga firefighter para magkaroon sila ng additional supply of air. Kasi pag once na nasa loob sila ng pag-apula ng apoy, hindi talaga nila totally nakakalanghap sila ng oxygen, kaya mahihirapan silang makahinga. Kaya dito, isa itong apparatus para masuportahan yung paghinga ng isang firefighter for the meantime. So, sabi dito, a self-contained breathing apparatus or ito, tandaan nyo ito yung SCBA, yung ibig sabihin po yung ito pala yung self-contained breathing apparatus. Then, compressed air breathing apparatus, yung KABA, is simply breathing apparatus. Is device worn by a rescuer, workers, firefighters. It was being defined na sinusuot yan nila. Others to provide, breathable air in hostile environment. When it not used underwater, they are industrial breathing set. Okay, the term self-contained means the breathing set is not dependent on a remote supply. So, sinabi dito, pag ginamit daw siya in line with yung sa underwater, so yung tawag po dyan is scuba, yun ang always natin na i-encounter. Pero, in line with firefighting, ito po yung tatandaan natin, is yung self-contained breathing apparatus. So, ibig sabihin, in short, matandaan nyo lang, pag sinabi nating breathing apparatus, it's all about a device, yan ang keyword, device that supplies breathable air to a person. Kasi hindi lang naman kasi firefighter for the halimbawa pag may rescue sila, pwede din lang ipasuot yung breathing apparatus na ito. When the surrounding, yung surrounding natin is, or yung environment is dangerous or mahihirapan ka na makahinga dahil dyan sa usok na nandyan. Next, we're going to discuss, merong type po yung self-contained breathing apparatus. Two types. We have the open circuit and the closed circuit breathing apparatus. Sabi dyan, pag sinabing open, exhaled air is vented. Pag sinabi natin exhaled, from the word X, ito yung lumalabas, exit. Yung ginabuga is directly, pag nakasuot ka ng self-contained breathing apparatus, lumalabas siya sa environment or sa mismong atmosphere na meron tayo. Kasi ang pinagkaiba niya dito sa close, pag exhale mo, yung hangin ay binuga mo, ay hindi lalabas directly sa environment natin. Kung hindi, parang umiikot lang siya sa sarili niyang sistema ng self-contained breathing apparatus. Paano? It stays in the system for filtering. Kumbaga bumabalik, then at the same time, habang bumabalik, nililinisan, then it circulate again. Sometimes used for specialized rescue incident. So, pag sinabi natin close, ang nito is it was being recycled. Okay? Recycled, exhaled air. O kumbaga, gi-recycle ang exhaled air. Paano, ma'am? Okay? Paano natin yan i-explain pag sinabing recycle? By what? By removing, okay, merong doon, chemicals na nag-exist doon sa closed circuit o yung self-contained breathing apparatus na closed na yung ginagawa? By removing carbon dioxide. Kasi 'di ba pag too much yung carbon dioxide, makakos din siya ng suffocation. So ano ang ginagawa? Gina-remove niya, kumbaga gina-filter through the chemical that exists inside the closed circuit self-contained breathing apparatus. Then after niya na-remove, yung process magkakaroon ng adding of oxygen. Yan. Kasi dito, ito nga, outside atmosphere, yung air lumalabas agad direct, so hindi na re-recycle. So, it means, itong klase, yung open circuit, it contains what? ilang duration pala, 30 to 60 minutes lang or tawag ng 1 hour lang yung duration niya kasi lumalabas. Dito, pang matagalan yung si closed circuit. Tatagal po ito siya ng 2 to 4 hours. Yan. Based yan sa 2 to 4 hours duration ng paggamit. Kumbaga, ma'am, paano na nare-remove yung carbon dioxide? Kasi yung gina-exhale natin is carbon dioxide. Gina-absorb. Kasi merong part ng closed circuit self-contained breathing apparatus, gina-absorb by yung term na scrubber. Yan, part yan ng breathing apparatus na siya yung responsible na i-remove or i-absorb ang carbon dioxide. Then, it was being reused na filter na, nag-add ng oxygen, then babalik yung circulation ng bagong gawa na ulit na oxygen. Pero, nananatili lang sa isang tangke na dala-dala. Kumbaga, it is a systematic process lang, kumbaga, nandoon sa isang device. Okay, yan ang pinagkaiba ni open circuit and closed circuit self-contained breathing apparatus. So, proceed tayo dito sa next. We have exposure, also called cover exposure. This is this activity of securing other buildings near the burning structure in order to prevent the fire from the extending to another building. Okay, in short, pag sinabi nating exposure, ano yung na-expose? Also called cover exposure. This is the activity of securing. Kung ikaw as a firefighter, kung ano man yung mga possible na pwedeng maging contributor para mas lalaki yung apoy, that is an example of exposure, that it is important that you are going to secure that. Ano-ano ba yun? Kumbaga yung katabing building, halimbawa yung room 1 ng boarding house, yun na yung nasusunog. So yung room 2, possible talaga na siya ay madadamay. So it was being exposed. Yung room 2 natin, exposed siya. Meron siyang exposure near the burning structure in order to prevent, para daw maiwasan the fire from the extending to another building. So, how are we going to what? Okay, gagawa tayo ng mga paraan para ma-reduce yung exposure ng example natin yung room 2 na katabi ng room 1. Pwede na nating basain in advance yung room 1 or mag-create tayo ng barrier or aapulahin natin ng mabilis yung room 1 para hindi na madamay si room 2. Next, we have types of exposure. Meron tayong kanina, yung nakafocus lang natin dito is about material lang kasi building. Dito, we're going to discuss type of exposure. We have fire exposure. O bakit pati yung apoy na expose din? Siya na ngayong dahilan? No. If you are going to understand, pag sinabing fire exposure refers to the property exposed to the fire. Yan. Fire exposed. Property exposed. Ano yung mga materials? Yan. Ano yung mga materials or property ang na-expose to this such as property directly across alleys or beside the fire building. Okay, nakuha? Pag sinabi nating fire exposure, kumbaga in general ay in a specific way, ito yung kumbaga mga material na being exposed to a certain fire. Next, we have life exposure. From the word life, it refers to the danger. Okay, balikan pala natin ang fire exposure. Pag sinabi natin fire, it's all about the damage na possible niya gawin or yung destruction para mas maintindihan lalo. And at the same time, pag sinabi natin fire exposure, it is a way of preventing of fire to spread. Preventing of fire to spread. And at the same time, pag sinabi nating life exposure, ito yung people are in danger. Kasi life, ang tinutukoy dito, kaninong buhay ba yung nanganganib in line with that? So, danger to the lives of people, but alalahanin natin na hindi lang po tao ang pwede nating maging concern pag may nasusunog. Pero number 1 talaga yung occupants. In any building, sabi dito, yan, gases thrown off by the fire as well as the occupant is seriously exposed to the fire from the building. All other firefighting actions, tactics stem from this basic strategy. So, tandaan na, ito lang, pag live exposure, people are in danger, then consider na din natin dito yung mga animals na meron tayo kasi meron din silang buhay. Ano yung mga example ng mga situation? Okay, situation na mapapasok sa live exposure. Ito yung halimbawa pag na-trap. Number 2, injured ka na, hindi ka na makatakbo, nandun ka sa nasusunog. Then, possible yung na-inhaled. Okay, na-inhaled mo na yung mga toxic gases coming from the materials being burned. So, pag sinabi nating live exposure in BFP or Bureau of Fire Protection, ito yung top priority. Okay, top priority. Kasi, yung material mga meron tayong property, second to the, lang yan sa tao na pwede pang i-rescue. So, nakuha. Next, we have here the confinement. Confinement, this is the activity of restricting. Ito yung keyword ninyo, restricting. Anong gina-restrict? Ang fire at the place or room where it started. The process of preventing fire from extending from one another to another. You're going to prevent na hindi siya mapupunta sa ibang, sa ibang kwarto, sa ibang side, or sa ibang part ng building. Okay, ito yung tinatawag na pag sinabi natin, you are going to limit. Limit, ano ba yung limit? The spread of the fire to a specific area. Then, paano ba natin magawa yon? How we are going to limit yung magkaroon tayo ng fire barriers, yung nasabi ko na kanina, barriers. Then, magkakaroon tayo ng i-remove natin yung mga combustible. Yan, i-remove natin. Then, at the same time, yung pag-apply natin ng water application, kumbaga. Next, we have ventilation. From the word ventilation, always ito narinig sa mga bahay. Operation of purposely conducted to displace toxic gases. It includes the process of displacing the heated atmosphere within the involved building with normal air from outside atmosphere. Clearing the building of smoke and gases localized the fire and reduce smoke enforceable. Okay, pag sinabi natin ventilation, you are going to what? Papalabasin mo yung mga usok, yung mga gases na nandyan caused by a fire. So, pahungawunin mo ang isa ka building, for example, na nasusunog. But, we are going to consider different action na hindi na biglaan pag nakakita ka na ng window dyan or door directly, adra na niyo pahungawon. We are going to consider different situation pa. I-consider pa nato ang direction sang wind. Okay? I-consider nato na diin ang parts ng fire. Hindi lang basta-basta pod mag-open. Kaya nga aman, baka yung pag-open natin, di ba we have the flash point, yung biglaang pag-increase ng oxygen sa sabog, yan, mas lalong lalaki yung apoy. So, what's the purpose of ventilation? In line with this, the purpose is to, pag tinatanggal natin yung smoke, it help improve visibility para makita ng firefighters yung nasa loob. Then, at the same time, help reduce, heat inside. Okay, yung pag sinabing heat, yung temperature sa loob. Then, para ma-remove din yung mga toxic gases, add natin dyan. And, yan, din tatlo lang. Pwede natin possible na magiging purpose. Nga apahungawon nato ng isa ka building nga nasusunog. But, meron tayong there's a lot of consideration by doing that so. Next, ito na yung assignment nyo, So, dito malalaman nyo yung mga consideration, bakit pa-horizontal, vertical, and mechanical, or combination yung types ng ventilation. So, based on your assignment, you explain it already. Pag sinabi natin vertical ventilation, from top to bottom, yan, ang tatandaan natin, top and down. Kumbaga, saan ka magbubutas nito? Saan ka magkukos ng opening, or saan ka mag-create ng opening? Are made on the roof. Magbubutas ka sa ibabaw or kahit hindi sa roof, basta upper parts. Yan, pag sinabi nating mali. Upper parts. Yan. Okay, to reduce the smoke, heat, or lahat ng mga toxic gases na nandiyan sa loob. Okay, yung nasa itaas, yung bubutasan natin. Next, pag sinabing horizontal, pag sinabing pahalang, okay, ang mga consider natin ang mga window, pwede gyapon portahan, diyan, mga doors, okay. Kailan ba natin i-apply si horizontal? Pag yung roof is not applicable, yung upper parts. Ngayon, second option natin si horizontal. Ang i-consider natin ang mga window or doors na i-open. Dito ta magpaagis ang ventilation. Next, we have mechanical force ventilation device such as smoke ejector is utilized to remove faster excessive heat and then smoke in confined building. So we have mechanical. Pag sinabi nating mechanical, dito gumagamit na ng certain device. Meron kasing certain device na yung parang electric fan na malaki, yung magpapahangin, then i-open para magsungaw. Meron din namang device na parang sigupon niya lang ang smoke. Okay? Magpapakita ako ng video nito kung paano nangyayari itong vertical ventilation, horizontal ventilation, and mechanical ventilation. So, number 4, we are going to dagdag pala natin dito sa mechanical, ito yung gagamit ka ng blowers or yung sinabi ko na mga fans. Nagabugag hangin, nagasuyop, yan. Then, combination of vertical and horizontal is possible also. Next is skip ko ito because I'm doing to present a video na yung sa talaga, yung parang demonstration talaga galing sa mga certified na mga expert na mga tao. Magsa-search ako sa YouTube, hahanapan ko kayo para mas lalo nyo maintindihan itong step and procedure of how we are going to ventilate a certain building na nasusunog. So proceed tayo dito sa next topic natin para makapag-discuss tayo further. Yung we have here the salvage. Pag sinabi natin salvage, the activity of what? Protecting the properties from preventable damage other than the fire. Okay, sabi dyan, the steps are, okay, remove the material outside the building. B, protecting or cover the materials by using tarpaulins, cotton canvas treated with waterproofing. So, pag sinabi natin salvage from the word na SA, you are going to what? Save. Pag sinabi nating VA, yan, tandaan ninyo, valuable property. Pag sinabi nating GE, to avoid further damage. Nandito na yung dulo na GE. Yan. So, ito yung magiging, ninyo, S, yan, VANG, salvage. Yan, you are going to save valuable property to avoid further damage. Yan, keyword niyo yan. Paano ba yan? Sinabi dyan na you are going to remove. Pag hindi na talaga kayang i-remove, yung certain firefighter, gumagamit kasi sila na certain material na parang tarpaulin na hindi yan nasusunog. They are going to cover certain materials. Halimbawa, TV, ref, na ayaw talagang naghangyo ginantag iya nga dapat hindi gidaw masunog. So, lalagyan nila ng ganyan. Pero, parang hindi pa ako nakakita ng ganito sa Pilipinas. Pero I'm trying my best to search it in YouTube para maipakita ko sa inyo kung paano ito ma-apply itong salvage. Yung gagamitan ng tarpaulin o yung cotton canvas, then waterproofing, kumbaga parang tatakpan. So next, yun lang, tatanda, sinabing salvage, it is the activity of protecting properties. What's the purpose? You are going to save those valuable property to avoid further damage. Next. Okay, I will continue. Ipuputulin ko lang hanggang 20 minutes dito. Part 1 po ito na CDI 6 natin para hindi masyadong mahaba yung pakikinggan ninyo dito sa video discussion. So, proceed kayo sa part 2 ng aking CDI 6 discussion.